West Bengal Governor C.V. Anand Bose on Friday met people who have taken shelter in temporary relief camps after fleeing violence-hit areas of Murshidabad district.
The report highlights an unruly mob of 4,000 to 5,000 people attacked the police and even looted the SDPO's weapon.
बीजेपी मांग कर रही है कि क्या बंगाल में गवर्नर रूल लगाया जाएगा। मुर्शिदाबाद, मालदा, डायमंड हार्बर में 4 दिनों तक क्या हुआ?
In narrow lane of Murshidabad at dawn, a poor Hindu homemaker up early to fill water, light the stove, prepare tiffin for her husband before he left for his daily wage job. She opened the door and paused. What she saw wasn't fog. It wasn't sacred smoke of morning incense. It was smoke from burning tires, smoke from anger, from fear, from protest. Within hours, her home would be the next target, not for something she said, not for something she did, but simply because of where she lived and whom she voted for. In just 48 hours, a protest over a controversial land law, yes, the Waqf Amendment Act, exploded into violence. 3 lives lost, dozens injured, families displaced, streets barricaded, and in the middle of it all, one question: who let it reach this point? Welcome to episode 21 of The Bigger Picture. Do Didi really love you? This is the story of how a law meant to regulate religious lands pushed an already sensitive state into chaos. This is about politics, pain, and fine line between protest and provocation. In the first week of April 2025, Parliament passed the Waqf Amendment Act. The government called it a reform. It aimed to restructure how Muslim religious endowments like mosques, graveyards, shrines were operated. But in the West Bengal, a state with a deep-rooted Muslim identity and over 25 million Muslims, this wasn't just a law. It felt like a warning. Because under the new act, for the first time, non-Muslims could sit on Waqf boards. Historic protections like Waqf by user, where community user defined ownership, were abolished. The BJP, in power at center, called it a step toward transparency. But Muslim leaders, opposition parties, and grassroots organizers warned this would open the floodgates to state control over sacred lands. Tensions rose quietly at first. A protest here, a march there, but videos began to circulate. One showed a bus driver in Kolkata being forced to remove a saffron flag. Another showed a fiery speeches from a state minister threatening mass blockade.
एक सदस्य ने कह दिया माइनॉरिटी इस कानून को स्वीकार नहीं करेगी। क्या धमकाना चाहते हो भाई? संसद का कानून है, सबको स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा।
Bengal, already balancing on a political tightrope, started to sway. Then came April 11th. Murshidabad erupts. On April 11th, in the district of Murshidabad, fear stopped being theoretical. In village of Jafrabad, mobs stormed homes. Hindu families, outnumbered and unarmed, watched as crude bombs were thrown and glass shattered. One house lost 2 generations in minutes. A 70-year-old man and his son were dragged out and killed with axes.
यहाँ गुंडागर्दी चलता है। हर शुक्र जब भी कोई जुलूस होता है, शुक्रवार नमाज के बाद इधर आतंक फैलाना जाता है।
No police came. At the same time, 20 kilometers away, a young Muslim man named Izaz was shot near a protest site. His wife Selima, now widowed at 22, sat outside their home and wept. He went to visit his uncle. Now he is gone. No Neta came, no police, nothing. By sundown, 3 lives were gone. Murshidabad burned over 300 families, both Hindu and Muslim, fled their homes. Entire villages stood empty, their silence louder than slogans. The state responded with internet blackouts and delayed deployment of central forces. Police claimed they were overwhelmed. Politicians blamed each other, but the people of Murshidabad were left with only one truth: no one protected them when it mattered. April 14th, 2025, South 24 Parganas. Protesters from the Indian Secular Front ISF gather in Bhangar to march against the Waqf Act. Their plan is to reach Selda in Kolkata and demand its repeal. But at the Bojarhat junction on Basanti Highway, police have barricaded the road. At first, it's tense but peaceful. Protesters chant, police watch. Then something breaks. A scuffle begins. A baton swings. A stone is thrown, and then fire. Within minutes, 5 police motorcycles are ablaze. A prison van is attacked. Tear gas fills the air. Cops bleeding retreat behind vans. The highway shuts down for hours. Ambulances can't pass. School buses are rerouted. Locals caught between ideology and chaos. By the evening, 16 policemen were injured. Over 40 protesters detained. The Rapid Action Force is called to clear the road, but the damage is done. What was meant to be a political march has become a symbol of Bengal's unraveling. As smoke rises over Bhangar and Murshidabad, in Delhi, Union Minister Kiran Rijiju holds a press conference. Mamata Banerjee has incited this unrest. She openly said she won't follow a law passed by Parliament that is unconstitutional. In Kolkata, Mamata Banerjee tweets, "The law will not be implemented in Bengal." Two leaders, two versions, one crisis. The BJP accuses her of minority appeasement. They say the violence is the result of letting radical groups feel emboldened. TMC leaders fire back, saying the BJP deliberately passed a provocative law, knowing it would inflame passions in Bengal. The center sends intelligence teams now. News reports claim Bangladeshi miscreants may have crossed over and stoked the violence. Some allege they were initially supported by local TMC leaders. In relief camps, people don't care about politics. They just wish to go home. This isn't Hindu Muslim. This is Neta Log playing games, saying one man holding his child in a camp in Malda. Who is Mamata Banerjee? The first woman chief minister of West Bengal, a symbol of resistance, dressed always in pure white cotton and rubber sandals. For decades, she fought the left, stood up for Delhi, and built the slogan Ma Mati Manush, Mother, Land, People. But now Bengal burns, and her name is on every placard, some cursing it, others defending it. In 2021, she bet the BJP in a high stakes election, and in 2024, she was criticized over corruption and a controversial assault case cover up. But in 2025, the challenge is different. It is communal fracture, cutting right through her support base. For years, she walked the line between secularism and identity politics, attending both iftar parties and also Durga Puja inaugurations. Now, with Hindus in relief camps and Muslims in fear of property laws, her balancing act looks more like a tightrope over fire. On April 15th, she holds emergency meetings, orders relief, demands calm, announces compensation for both Hindu and Muslim victims. But even her closest aide, Debanshu Bhattacharya, posts online, "People I know are getting divided before my eyes. Is this the Bengal we fought for?" Her silence won't work anymore, nor will slogans. Bengal is no stranger to division. This is the land of partition. The scars of 1947 still carried in family histories. This is the land where religious coexistence and riot have always lived side by side. From Howrah in 1946 to Basirhat in 2017, from Cooch Behar to Raniganj, Bengal has swung between harmony and heartbreak. Historians point to Bengal's border geography, its colonial past, and its high political awareness as volatile mix. Sociologists note that Murshidabad and South 24 Parganas are some of the poorest districts where land is not just livelihood but identity. In place where every inch matters, even the word like waqf can trigger wars. Political scientists see 2026 on the horizon. Bengal's next state election, and the signs are familiar: polarization, riots, blame games, party lines hardening, but they also point to hope. In some villages, Hindu and Muslim neighbors protected each other. In Malda, an imam and a priest stood side by side urging calm over a loudspeaker. Let no one use our faith to burn homes. As of April 15th, West Bengal is under heavy security. Over 150 arrests have been made. Central forces continue to patrol. The internet has been restored, but trust has not. Mamata Banerjee says those who have committed crimes will face the law. Hindu or Muslim, Bengal will not be broken. The BJP says she has lost control and must step down. Delhi is watching. The nation is watching. Amra Bengali, Amra Manush. We are Bengali and we are human. The law may have triggered this, but it was the failure of listening, leadership, and law enforcement that let it burn. The healing must come not from Delhi, not from Nabana. Nabana is a place where the temporary secretariat of West Bengal, but from the people of Bengal themselves.
What's happening in Telangana?
Let me now take you to the University of Hyderabad.
Several students of the University of Hyderabad were detained by police on Sunday after they staged a protest.
In the heart of Hyderabad lies 400-acre patch of dense green forest, a quiet place where peacocks roam and pythons curl under ancient stone, and the air feels cleaner just by being there. It is not any tourist map, but to the people nearby, it is life. But in April 2025, very recently, bulldozers rolled in overnight while the city celebrated Ugadi and Eid. Chainsaws echoed through the silence. The Kanchagachiboli forest nearby Hyderabad Central University became the site of quiet war between growth and greenery, cement and soil. This is not just about forest, it is about how we decide what matters more, prosperity or peace, GDP or groundwater. Today in episode 18 of The Bigger Picture, we are going to explore the Hyderabad Central University's forest issue. If you have watched till here, then you are loving this video. Let the algorithm know by liking it and commenting your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching. This is Rohit D. Sharma signing off. Until next episode.